Hi everyone, and welcome to Billy Fitzgerald Golf. And I want to go over an issue that I see quite a bit on the lesson tee, and that's taking the club too far to the inside. Now there's a couple different reasons, why we do that. One may be, well, I know I want to hit it from the inside, so if I just start there, maybe that'll work out. Well, I can promise you it won't, because the club can't go back here forever, and eventually we're gonna run out of room and typically go over the top. That's usually what happens. We go inside and then we come over the top because there's no way I can get the club on the ball from that far from the inside. Again, that's a brutal mistake in short game, because if I take it inside and try to swing down, the ground gets in the way. Now, the other thing that happens is usually people are struggling with their grip a little bit. People are struggling with their setup a little bit, and that forces the club to the inside. So let's start with grip. Usually the lead hand is not strong enough. So if I take a grip and the grip is too weak and I set up to this golf ball, right? It's an awkward position for my hand to go the right way. So from face on, if I do that, see, I can almost feel there's pain and pressure in my hand like that when I do that. It's not very good. It's a great way to get hurt, and it's straining on your wrist joints there. All right, so what's the next best thing to do is drag the club inside with no wrist hinge, and my elbow gets back in here and it locks my shoulder up. I see that quite a bit. So again, a grip review would be, let's get the club in your fingertips a little bit more and get your hand over the club, so we have created a lever here. You can see how I'm levering the club. It's a very strong position, just like if I were to hit a baseball. I would lever the bat. This is your strongest point in your wrist. It can sustain impact coming in, such as a baseball or a golf ball. We'd never hit a baseball like that, so don't try to hit a golf ball like that. So if we get your hand in a little bit better position, fingertips again and over, be careful not to lock your shoulder socket up. And what I mean by that, by going way over here, no, just get in your fingertips and just wrap your hand on top. It doesn't take your whole arm to do it. Now we get up to the golf ball now. See, now this lever, it wants to kind of go slightly to the outside with the face. Some may say that's shut, but it's actually pretty darn square because the leading edge is matching my spine angle. That's the first thing, is check your grip. The other thing that you're going to notice is what it does to your right hand. It puts my right hand in a very good position, which is palm down. That's square. I'm trying to attain that position, palm down, coming into the golf ball. So that's a very strong position to be into. Secondly is posture. People that are a little bit more top heavy, they have a lot of weight on their toes. Their toes are grabbing. And so what I mean by top heavies, they get out of balance. So if I drew a line from the middle of my foot and drew it straight up this way, see, I'm trying to feel like my body's counterbalancing. So it would be 50-50 on both sides of that line. Now, if I only go one way and do this, I'm on my toes. That's not counterbalanced. Because I'm so far on my toes, what the club wants to do is rush to the inside, because if I go to the outside, I'm certainly probably going to fall over. I'm going to lose my balance. I'm going to start stepping all over the place even before I get to the golf ball. So the club naturally wants to go to the inside. So check your posture. If we get into a situation, you want to feel like you're counterbalanced. So as my hip sockets go back, my shoulders go forward. So it's balancing me out. So what balance is in your feet and how to feel it is that your toes neither grab or lift. So your toes are on the ground, but they're not grabbing and they're not lifting. They're just resting on the ground. So when you counterbalance, again, you feel like your hip sockets go back and your shoulders almost feel like they get over their toes a little more. So if I take the club and do that with it, see, that's perfectly fine. That's maybe a little bit outside. I'd rather you feel like you're, more out than in. But I'm certainly not going to fall over when I do that. Now, lastly, to get the feeling of what the club needs to do to not go to the inside. Again, if I had a ball coming at me and I'm playing baseball, right? Or tennis, doesn't matter. The bat's gonna go out this way, and then I'm gonna shallow it back in to hit the ball. I'm not gonna drag the bat in and come over the top. That's, again, what I see with a lot of golfers. So, how the golf club works is it wants to go pretty straight back, maybe even slightly to the outside. Then when it gets about to my hip high, it breaks, okay? It goes up the plane line. So the club head actually goes out and away from the ball, and it shallows out, and I hit the ball. So to give me that feeling of the kind of the more outside, we use what's called, it's been around forever, the Sevi Drill. So you take your grip, make sure your grip's right, you get it in the fingers, and you lever the face up. So your palm is going to be facing down, and the club is going to be parallel to the ground. Now, I didn't do that with my arms, I just did it with my wrist. So from down the line, get my grip right. Now, as my wrist hinges up, kind of goes at a diagonal corner, it goes right with my wrist joint. You can see the club is parallel to the ground. So I've already hinged the club. So now I just need to feel like the face goes up and away, and now I can shallow the club out into the ball. So I get the sense of how the face is working and how there's almost a little bit of a loop in my golf swing. So if I make a couple practice swings, again, if you're having trouble with taking the club to the inside, watch your grip, watch your setup. We're gonna lever the club up. So this is the Sevi Drill, and all you're gonna do now is swing your arms back and feel how the face shallows out. Up, you're gonna make your arms go back and feel how the face shallows out. So go ahead and hit one, get ready to go. Lever the face up, you're gonna feel your arms work back. So the face comes right back down in front of me. That will give you the sensation and the feeling of how the face of the golf club is working, and it's not so far to the inside. Do this, and I know your path's gonna get better. The strike is gonna really get a lot better, and the face is gonna show up on the ball more times than not. Like and subscribe to my channel, Billy Fitzgerald Golf. Want to take a live lesson from me, or you have a question? Visit me at billyfitzgeraldgolf.com. And thanks for watching.